an image that Scott from Planet X News sent to me yesterday morning, approximately 24 hours ago, 25 hours ago. Scott asked me to do some tests on it, and I started to, and then I responded to him and I said, look, these are really interesting photos. The picture was a bit blurry. I asked if he could send me some clearer pictures, and he said, yep, no, not really, because that was the only pictures that he really had. So he sent me 2 more images, which were not a little bit clearer, not much. So I basically stuck with these. Something extremely fishy, and there's something extremely important about this particular photo or this group of photos. So, of course, I started hunting around a bit more. And now what I'm about to show you, I kind of hope that you would try and send it to everyone you can send it to, because it is that important. But people need to see these images, folks. That's how important this is. It doesn't seem like much here at the moment, but you will see in a minute exactly how important these are. Or this image. I haven't tested this one. It's just this image. And to be honest with you, the other ones are irrelevant based on this one anyway. So let's go. Okay, here you go. Now, this is the original image. And as you guys know, I don't change the image, I just change the colour settings. That's it. Well, if you have a look around, especially on this face here, you'll see that the actual explosion and the cloud from it is going over something. So this is one planet, and this round thing here is another planet behind it. Now, this is when it starts getting interesting. So this is just a slight variation on the last one. And as you can see, it's probably a little bit blurrier. But, you know, for someone like myself who's looking at these all the time, it's not that bad. I do prefer them to be cleaner, I've got to be honest, but that wasn't possible. Now, these yellow ones are obviously, look at the size of these planets here. These aren't small, these are bloody huge. Now, because it's blurry, you're not going to really see that much. So they're the yellow ones. And like I said, folks, these images are a little bit blurry, but they get better. But if you have a look in the background here, you can see a circle. You can also see another circle here. And this is what caught my attention the most. You can obviously see a circle there. You know, that's indisputable.
Now, just last night during a live stream, I showed all of you the stereo ahead Core 2 imaging. And in this imaging, we saw 2 coronal mass ejections. They're wanting you to think that that is Mercury transiting the sun. In its orbit, all the way around the sun. So on the 6th of September, you'll see this object over here and quickly moving. And then it progresses more, and it traverses all the way around the backside of the sun in less than 2 days. Now listen, folks, you know, Mercury is a very tiny planet. Yes, it only has an 88-day orbit around the sun. But I find it very hard to believe that this little small planet of Mercury makes its way all the way around the backside of the sun and starts coming out the other side in less than 2 days. Now, the reason why they want you to think that's Mercury, and it's not. I showed all of you the information last night that I've captured on the core 2. It's not Mercury. It's our planet X. And I've also shown that the planet X object has other spherical objects orbiting around it in a very, very tight orbit. Now, you say to yourself, okay, yeah, that could be Mercury. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not Mercury. It's not the planet Mercury. You can see how the sun reacts to this object. And this is what we keep saying. The sun is having very, very, very violent reactions to this object as it comes in and it orbits our sun. You'll see it up here. They're not even attached to the sun. They're just completely detached. They're just fake. These flames, they're fake. Completely fake. Here's your object. Clear as a bell. That is what was orbiting the sun. And this object was not alone. Now, I just put it through some different filters, and when I was doing this late last night, you can clearly see these flames, this ejection. Again, this is an overlay. This was put in digitally to basically probably hide something that was back here, and they missed this object. They missed it. Clear as a bell. They put some fake flames in there. You can see, I'll zoom all the way in. Look at the tiny pixels. Look at the rest of the photograph. Look at the tiny pixels. Look at the tiny pixels. Look at the rest of the photograph. Look at the tiny pixels. Look at the tiny pixels. Look at the rest of the photograph. Look at the tiny pixels. So they faked some of this. Now, as you saw in the Core 2 imaging, you saw that little light source moving around the sun from the right side, around the back, and out through the left. But what you don't see is whenever you zoom in closely, now you can see what was actually there. What was actually there. What was actually there. But I can clearly see a perfect sphere right here. It's slightly shaded, but you can clearly see it on my end. There's another one right here. There's another one right here. And there's another one right here with another smaller object right here. So, folks, the bottom line is they're trying to do their best to hide everything.
You can definitely see one there. Now, when I'm going through these, as you watch the video, just stop it at any time so you can adjust your eyes to what's going on in the actual picture. But you can definitely see one there, okay? Now, as I've stated here, another colour variation. Excuse me, a frog in my throat. And you can clearly see that there's an outline of an object. Look, it's not clouds causing it or anything like that. It's an actual physical outline, i.e. circle. You look down here, you can see that there's another one there, clearly there. Clearly see it. But you can definitely see one there, okay? And sit back from your screen and let your eyes adjust to this image. Because, folks, this is one hell of a picture. Scott needs to be commended for what he's done here. He's bloody found an absolute perler of a picture. So basically what you have here is, if you can see the line clearly stays in this image. You probably heard that blip in the background. That was actually the only way I can communicate with. I still can't communicate with Scott, but I'm talking to the doctor by like that. It's as clear as a bell. Once you break through the fuzziness on the front, you can actually get through to the back, and you can see that this is a massive, massive object. Let's put this into perspective. That's it there. That's the sun. So this thing is like 4 times, this one's twice, probably 3 times the size of the sun. Now, just keep that image in your mind and look at this thing. That's it from there to there. And in actual fact, I've just realised something important actually. If you look at that from there to there, there's also another one out here. So this is actually 3. So you've got this one here, one going around there like that, and then on the back of that, you see this planet here? This planet here is actually sitting behind this object. Look, it's only half a planet. So that one there behind it is as big again as this one, because it's actually being hidden by this planet. Same thing again, just in different colour perspective. You clearly see the circle. Circle is there. Circle is there. Circle is there. Now you can see it. I'm hoping you guys can clearly see that at your end. Look behind the front and you can clearly see the outline of this planet going past there. And here's the other thing that guarantees that this is real. This one here goes over that one there. But, you know, you can clearly see these things. God, you know.
It sure as hell isn't Venus. It's just not Venus. So, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely not Venus.